Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rowena Robinson and I'm a SBR queen. Today I'm showing you how I did this deep side part install, so if you're interested, keep on watching. This will be a step-by-step video, and the first stage in this is adjusting. And what do I mean by adjusting? Well, this is ensuring that your wig is okay. You would have done whether you're doing a ball cap method or you're just putting wig cap on your head, and you would have just been checking that your wig fits. If it doesn't fit, this is where you would cut the lace off your wig. If you're doing this, or if you're watching this video and you're trying to see how you would adjust your brand new wig, you would cut the lace from your new wig. This wig is something that I will be reusing. I've installed this before. I bought this wig on Amazon and I'm just reusing it and adjusting it. So at the adjusting stage, then you have the gluing stage. So a lot of people have different methods on how they glue and know where to glue, but me, as you can see, I've just glued near, so I've adjusted the wig on my head to see where I want to place it, and then I kind of used the glue, lifted the wig a bit and placed the glue where I wanted it to place the wig, and then just removed or pushed back the wig a bit and kind of like just spread the glue on in like dots across my forehead. And then I use this tail comb at first, but then I'll be using like an eyebrow shaver, the razor from that, so I'll be using that to like kind of lay the glue flat. So I'll be doing 3 layers of glue because I know I want to have this wig on for some time, and that's just the eyebrow shaper that I said I'll be using to lay it. I just find that when I was using this, the glue kind of laid a bit flatter and was easier to handle and stuff like that. So I did 3 layers as I mentioned, and you will see that I just waited until they dried down a bit each layer, and then obviously gone back in with the glue and use that same thing to even out the glue, because you want a nice even glue surface to make everything ready. So the next stage of this is called the laying of the wig. So obviously once the glue has dried down, you can still see a bit of glue there, it's still white, but for me this is when you will notice when it's getting a bit tacky and the glue is getting there. Some parts I've even allowed to dry way more than it should, and you will realize this once I lift that side up. This side I'm on is too dried at the moment, so you will see in the coming moments that I had to go in and refresh that. But you want to place the wig just where the glue was, and you want to do that. Sometimes I tend to do it over a bit more just because I don't want any of this glue and stuff getting into my edges, so I kind of place the wig way past my actual forehead where it starts. But you feel free to do whatever works for you. So another thing that I want to mention in this video is this other stage called retouching. Now as a beginner, you sometimes see these YouTube videos where people are perfectionists, where they just do it all in one go, and I want to relieve this in the video to let you know that it is not always that way. Sometimes you gotta go in and retouch and re-add glue and stuff like that. So you can see here where I thought the lace was lifting a bit, or I had placed the lace above where the glue was. I just went in and added some more glue to it and did the same steps that I did initially to the other places that had that glued down. So you can see across the sides as well that this side, as I mentioned earlier, it would have had allowed the glue to dry a bit too much. So when you're doing this and that happens to you, don't fret. It is normal, it is okay. You just go back in and you just retouch that area. You can go back in and retouch the little areas where you would have over applied the lace as well. So don't fret, it's all good. We're all beginners here and we're working through this. You saw how the final outcome was because you saw me in the pink at the beginning of the video. You will see that it came out fine. So just know that it's fine to go in and retouch. You don't have to do everything in one go. And some people find it easier as well to do the gluing thing in stages as well. For me, I just went in one go and just did it all. But you might find it works better for you in stages. Again, I'm just retouching where I had over put the lace on my forehead to just add that glue there, because I'd rather do that than put too much glue and not have the lace to cover it, because then that can get a bit tacky as well. So yeah, this is the retouching stage. I hope you guys are this video is clear for you and educational so far, because I think this should be helpful to a beginner. You see that I part my side burns out as well, because I also feel that this kind of helps with like the laying of the wig to ensure that your ear palettes or the tabs are on the ear cut properly, and also that the hair, once it's a lace frontal, you can actually put the hair behind your ear and like stuff like that, just so it looks a bit more natural. And again, I saw a little edge there that was lifting, and I just want to resecure that with some glue. So yeah, and any bits that I notice that are lifting. So this stage, as I mentioned before, is called retouching, and that's exactly what it is. You're just retouching up on the little bits that you think you wanna secure a bit more with the glue, because we're trying to get this laid, honey, and this takes time. Have patience, don't rush yourself. Yeah, and just work with it. Just enjoy the process. Trust the process and enjoy it. Right, so we're coming up to another stage, and this next stage is called the baby hair section. Obviously, this is optional. Some people may choose to leave it as is without baby hairs. It is absolutely up to your own preference. But with the baby hair stage, if you're planning to do that, before I even put the headband or the elastic headband thing around it, I just lay out the baby hairs, because I think once you do that, you kind of set the baby hairs in the position you want it to be, and that way it just a lot easier when you're installing your hair, when you're ready to cut and to lay these baby edges and so forth. So take out any little section that you want to be a baby hair, and then it works perfectly into now your hot comb setting. So what I mean by this is, you get a hot comb. Hot comb is an absolute essential. Well, not essential, you can do without, but if you want to get that laid effect, hot comb does the job. You turn it on hot. My hot comb right here wasn't that hot, because I didn't plug it in for long. But you want to kind of set your baby hairs, so you're combing the ones that you want to go back as your main hair. Comb that back, and then the baby hairs you kind of set in the position that you want to set, and you comb everything back, just so that only the baby hairs are there outside. There's no flyaway, there's nothing that could get in the way of this. All right, because what we're going to do next is we are going to be laying the edge. All right, but before we lay the edge, there's a section called the glue overlay, and literally what it says is, like, it's in the name, you're laying the glue over the lace. And I actually learned this tip from a YouTuber. You want your edge to be secured. You don't want to be walking in your glue or your lace is lifting. And I find that once you've laid it down, put a small amount of glue on the lace and on top of the lace, and yeah, get the extra security. Now it's time for the elastic band or the stretchy band, or whatever method you use to lay down your edge. You can see that everything, all the other hairs are back except the baby hair sections. So now, whilst that is being laid for us, and the elastic band is doing its job, we're just gonna cut the baby hairs. You just cut it however you want to cut it, really. I wanted my baby hairs to be quite light, but to be I wanted a lot of baby hair to this look as well, but quite fluffy and light. That goes with the hair. So now that I've cut it off, I'm using a hot comb to kind of just help secure back all the other hairs, and then we're going on to the styling. So we're going to remove that edge, not edge, we're going to remove that elastic band, and then we're going to do our edges, all right, our baby hairs. So I'm using the Eco Styling Gel, and I am just doing a little swoop. If you guys have been rocking with my channel, you guys know that when it comes to baby hair, I love the swoop effect. I think it's absolutely adorable. But again, this is just optional. You can decide whatever baby hair style you want to go with and so forth. So I just went with that, and then I did like, you know, a little fluffy sideburn look as well. So again, this is a swoop. Again, you just decide whatever floats your boat, but for me, this was working. And again, as with anything, it takes time. You know, you have to be patient with your hands, because baby hair is a work of art. Hello. Yeah, so just continue working until we get those baby hairs right. And I just think baby hair just does something to the look, man. It just makes it look complete. You know, when you have your little baby hairs, don't get me wrong, like a nice clean hairline sometimes is cute, but baby hairs, I am forever in love with them. Look at that. Come on, look at that. And then I'm putting some mousse on the baby hair to kind of set them in place and everything. This is also a great tip and technique. I actually found this out from another YouTuber as well. Anyways, but after this stage, we now get into the deep side parting, and this is my favorite bit. So usually I love a side part. A middle bust down is cute, but a side part is, yeah, I think that's my favorite. And I usually start it from just the arch of my eyebrow on whatever side I'm doing it. So you can see where I place that comb at the arch right there of my eyebrow, and I take it up. I love a deep side part. I just think it's so cute. And again, as I said, the hot comb is an absolute necessity when it comes to laying it flat, because you know, sometimes you install a hair and it's a bit poofy and stuff like that, but the hot comb does something to it. And especially with this curly style, you know, curly can get messy sometimes and it gets puffy and stuff. The hot comb does wonders when it's taming it. So you look how flat it is doing that top already. Like, come on, put respect on the flat comb. Why do I keep calling it flat comb? The hot comb. Oh my god, get with it, girl. But you want to make sure that the back is pressed down. That's the key to a good hot comb session, that the back is pressed onto the hair so that it is flat, honey. Don't burn yourself now, because we're gonna beautify here, so just don't burn yourself. But yeah, so then what I am now doing, as you can see, this is a curly, deep curly hair. So I am now putting in the curl activator, and look how that like proper transforms the hair. This curl activity is called a soft, what is it called, curl soft and go or something, curl activator. It is absolutely brilliant. My mom introduced me to this when I just came to the UK. It is absolutely brilliant. I mean, it rejuvenates your hairs and it just makes it look so lush. I mean, look at that. Come on now, don't play with it, don't play with it. But yeah, right, we're not finished yet, because darling, even though that's looking a lot better than how we started, we still have to ensure that our parting is nice and sharp. And how do we do that? We do that by using a bit of concealer or foundation. I personally tend to use foundation. I used to use concealer, but with a foundation, it is literally your skin color, and concealer can be a bit whiter. So sometimes it's kind of off and it's very obvious. Whereas when you use your foundation as your skin color, it's not so off-putting. So I would suggest, especially as a beginner, use your foundation first, and if you want to go lighter, then you can always go back over with your concealer, and that just really defines the parting a bit more and just makes it, you know, you don't see those baby squares as much. It kind of like hides that baby square a bit. So you can see that I saw that, you know, the parting was very neat, or it wasn't to my standard. Yeah, so I just went back in and kind of parted that, and I'm going back in with my hot comb to kind of just lay that flat. I love when I see things laid flat when it's on your head, like it's giving scalp, it's growing from my head, it's giving there are no cane rows underneath this. So as you can see that there was a bit of a wider gap that I wasn't appreciating very much. So what I did was I went in with my mascara. This is a pro tip: if you over bleach your hair, or if you over pluck it, or if there's a little spot that is a bit too wide, then you can go back in with your mascara just to darken up some of the edges, some of the spots there, and then you will see that it comes and it looks more natural now. Like there's no balding spot or anything like that. I didn't bleach this, but it was just a balding spot that I didn't really appreciate. I'm coming out the little edges now, and I'm gonna go over this once more with my foundation just to ensure that is properly done. Like, you know, it's nice and neat. And look at that. Come on, you cannot tell me that's not giving scalp. That is giving scalp. I am so proud of this look. Come on, I love it. This is one of my favorite wigs. And I bought this wig off Amazon actually, and it's become one of my favorite go-to wigs. It is just so perfect for your day-to-day and stuff. But come on, girl, love it. Look at that. Don't play with it. Oh my gosh, when you can do your own hair, it's such a blessing, man. It is such a blessing. You don't have to be paying nobody. So honey, I hope you're learning from this. I hope like I'm dropping some gems. I hope you're like, oh, okay, cool. That's my aim for this video. So look at that. I mean, catch it up. Nobody could tell you that's not your hair. You know what I'm saying? And I love that. So add some makeup to that now, and you just be looking fly. Like I can't stop fumbling with it because I love it. I really do love it. And if you want a more wet look, obviously put some more water in it and some more curl activator and with that. But for me, that was okay. And then yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and this is me a day later. I was following my mom to church, and this is us. Well, not us, it's me. But I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye.